The idea of Akhand Bharat, a symbolic vision of cultural unity across South Asia, often features in debates about India's past and future. But what does it mean for India's diplomacy in the 21st century? Akhand Bharat is an old civilizational concept. Thinkers like Chanakya, the strategist behind the Mauryan age, envisioned broad political unity in an era of many kingdoms. For many Indians, Akhand Bharat evokes pride and an important source of identity of a deep, interconnected past, civilizational memory. Shared languages, trade networks, religions, and institutions. Though many critics express worry that the phrase signals territorial ambitions, Indian statecraft has followed a very different course. Since independence, India's foreign policy has emphasized stability, sovereignty, and partnership. Successive governments, whether led by Congress, coalition partners, or the BJP, have avoided irredentism. India resolved land and maritime disputes with neighbors like Bangladesh and settled border questions with several other counties. That record undercuts the idea that Akhand Bharat translates into modern expansionism. What we do see is India leveraging civilizational ties as soft power. Language, culture, and shared history become tools for influence, not instruments of coercion. The Indian diaspora, cultural institutions, educational exchanges, and development assistance stitch the region closer together. Programs like regional infrastructure projects, health cooperation, and trade initiatives demonstrate how cultural affinity is turned into practical partnership. Take India's neighborhood policy. It has been shaped by an understanding that peace and prosperity next door are essential for India's own development. India's diplomacy emphasizes respect for sovereignty while offering cooperation, capacity building, connectivity, energy projects, and disaster relief. This is responsibility, not revivalism. At the domestic level, organizations on the Hindu right sometimes present Akhand Bharat as a cultural ideal. That rhetoric resonates with parts of the population, invoking past grandeur and a desire to reclaim cultural space. But the government's official stance has remained pragmatic. When controversy arose over an Akhand Bharat mural in Parliament, the Ministry of External Affairs clarified it depicted the Mauryan era map and did not reflect new territorial claims. This distinction matters. Foreign policy operates in a world governed by law, multi-layered institutions, and mutual constraints. Even strong domestic narratives must contend with diplomacy, economic interdependence, and regional sentiment. India's strategic choices, partnerships with neighbouring states, engagements in multilateral forums, and investments in regional connectivity show continuity across administrations. India's rise brings influence and responsibility. A mature India turns civilizational pride into soft power initiatives, cultural outreach, development diplomacy, and a respectful assertion of leadership in the global south. These actions expand India's footprint without violating neighbors' sovereignty. That is Akhand Bharat realized as positive influence rather than territorial control. In a region rich with shared history, India's goal is clear: stability, prosperity, and partnership for all. The heritage of a united civilizational past can inspire cooperation today, not by rewriting borders, but by strengthening ties. That is India's modern diplomacy, proud of its past, pragmatic in the present, and responsible for the future.